Hi, my name is Theodor Dragan from AppAwards. I'm here today with David Schorr, founder at Dishtip. As you may know, AppAwards gives AppAwards to the best featured applications in the world. Today I'm happy to announce that the winner of this award for the food and drink category is Dishtip. Mr. Schorr, congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit more about your company, your app, and yourself?
Sure. So first, Dishtip is a kind of what we call a semantic 3.0 website that helps you figure out what to eat and where. A lot of websites nowadays, they very much focus on which restaurant to eat, or there's some sites starting to get down to the dish level, but it's not very comprehensive. It might show the reviews of a community. Dishtip is really at its core a semantic search engine. It has some technology that's been built over several years that really trawls all of the information across the web and looks for a variety of signals that helps you figure out what are the dishes, what's all the sentiment about it. I think that at the end of the day gives the user an ability to really drill down and find and discover dishes that they may not have otherwise found. Another thing about this technology that we find pretty exciting is that it could be used for any other vertical as well, that it can really help extract signals across, millions and millions of reviews around the web. Myself personally, I have a background in enterprise software. After that, I entered the mashup arena, really looking at how do you analyze vast amounts of information and really synthesize it and boil it down to something that could be very useful for the user. My previous website was Weatherbong, which was later acquired by the Weather Channel, but was a weather mashup that aggregated weather feeds from around the world, as well as webcams and a variety of other data. Dishtip kind of builds on that principle, but takes it to the next level of not only mashing up a variety of data sources, but really processing it again to extract very granular information about different restaurants, different dishes, cuisine, taste. It looks at recipes, a variety of related data sources that all get processed down together to really, I think, give the user a much better experience.
How did you get the inspiration for this tip? Where did it all start?
Again, it was started with kind of my passion for data mining and data exploration, kind of from frustration of just going to a restaurant and seeing, oh, this restaurant has 2,000 reviews, but there's no way I didn't want to have to read every review to actually figure out what's the best thing to eat, what's all the buzz
Mm-hmm.
about. And started with some applying a variety of custom and other semantic technologies. It really started to be pretty effective in narrowing down those signals. And ever since then, we just built upon each other, adding more features and functionality for the users.
What was the first step? You got the inspiration from your frustration with restaurants, going there, seeing lots of reviews, and not being able to see which were the best dishes there. So after you got this inspiration, what was the first step in creating Dish Tip?
I think is building a architecture that could support this amount of data and this amount of reviews. And that's something that we're really leveraging now, but really building out the core technology aspect first, and then building a variety of user interfaces that can start exposing this technology to allow users to search.
Hmm. Do you have any plans for the future of Dish Tip that you can share with us?
It's an exciting time right now. I mean, we're seeing a lot of validation from our users and the market of that this is really, the direction, the web is moving in terms of semantics and analysis. There's a lot of, opportunities for growth that we're exploring, as well as we have several new features that we're about to roll out, enhanced user interface, enhanced search engine technologies and enhanced semantics, as well as some improved user interface. So we're continuing to grow and seeing all these opportunities. But at the end of the day, it's always great to hear users say, this is the type of application I've been waiting for. I'm tired of just searching by restaurants. I really want to find what's the best dish, and that's what keeps us going.
Yeah, we agree. We see that the amount of content that is available on the web is growing exponentially, and we need more and more apps like this that can help us choose which is the right information or that could help us make an informed decision. Can you share with young developers some insights on how to create their own startup, on how to build up their own apps?
Yeah, I mean, I think the real thing is to have that focus. Is you really have to, know, find this one niche that you can do better than anyone else, and stick with that. You see so much, pressure from, oh, everyone else has this feature, that feature, and it's easy to kind of lose your focus. And I think, at the end of the day, you're rewarded for, following this feature, and while being able to pivot, as the circumstances change, but really keep true to what your core mission is. With Dishtip, it's really what to eat and where, and how do you provide the best set of tools, whatever the technologies supporting it might be. But really, how do you help people analyze the millions of reviews on the web and distill it down to something that'll really help you.
Okay, but isn't that a bit hard to balance the two? So having your own idea and deciding what you have to do in order to be original, and then following also the trend, because your customers are the ones that should decide where your app is going from time to time, or at least you should consider their feedback when making changes on your website. How did you balance that?
That's a great point, and that is something that I think everyone has to constantly revisit. I mean, that's one thing with some of these agile development methodologies and being able to pivot, that you don't entrench yourself too firmly in one idea. The old enterprise software, you'd have the waterfall approach where you might have
Yeah.
a 6 month to a year development time, but with these rapid development tools, you can iterate very rapidly, and you stay true to your mission and what you believe it to be, but as you get feedback, you can keep being nimble. And I think that's something you have to balance those two.
So I take it that this tip you're not using the waterfall model.
No, no. Some time ago.
Okay, thank you for that. Can you tell us which web apps do you yourself use personally?
So personally, I've been, personally enjoying the Google geolocation tools, Maps, Earth. And I think that if you look at the history of the web, I think that really represents a disruptive change where you can basically have the entire world accessible. It's that amount of data. I think it's just really changed how people view the world and how they kind of visualize information. So I think Google Maps certainly. I like programmable web. John Muser is a really great person for having access to all of the APIs and mashups and really kind of supporting the developer community. And if you're a smaller organization, to be able to leverage other data out there, I think it really is a great tool for people to use.
Okay. Anybody you or your company would like to thank for helping you win this award?
I have to say, it's our users. It's the people who are early adopters or beta testers. I think their feedback has been critical and continues to be in helping drive the core feature set. So we want to thank all of them for their support, and we're happy to announce that we'll have lots of more features coming soon.
I'm sure they're gonna be happy to hear that. Do you have any questions for App Appeal, for myself or anybody in the App Appeal team?
No, we appreciate this recognition, and I think we appreciate that. I mean, in some sense, you're also trawling through millions of web apps across the web, and really kind of again distilling it down to what are the apps that really can actually improve your everyday experience. So we thank you for that.
Yes, it's our pleasure to do that, and unfortunately, we don't have an algorithm. We have to do it by hand, so it's human. We are the human filter, so to say. Well, thank you for this. Thank you for this interview, and congratulations again on winning this award. We hope to hear more from you in the future, and we wish you all the best and good luck.
Thank you. Same to you.
Have a nice day.